boots on the ground, putting it down. Get up, 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 get up. I got something to tell you I don't think they want you to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. This best-selling author Mickey D with The Scoop. I want to thank you for joining me no matter where you are in this beautiful world of ours. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be on your electronic device. My friends, as you know, The Scoop is for your education and your entertainment only. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a money manager. I write books. I'm an author. My books can be found on Amazon.com. Books like Make Money Online with Cannabis Stocks, where I list over 40 stocks. I also have a strategy you can use in any market for the rest of your life. Books like Investing in Medical and Recreational Cannabis, buying before, during, or after legalization. My friends, there's going to be a lot of legalization coming all over as we speak. There's all the countries, states in America. They're all promising medical marijuana and CBD treatments, my friends. There are drugs they're working on right now, the FDA. We should be getting some approvals. 2018 into 2019, 2020, we're going to be getting approvals, my friends. My friends, I want to talk to you about something here in a second here. I want to talk to you in a second here about those three qualities that the companies that came out of the .com had during the beginning. Like we're in the beginning of the marijuana boom right now. There are three qualities that companies had as they came out. And some of these companies went from, I'll tell you, they went from $1,000 back down to maybe $6 or $7. But my friends, they had those three qualities and they were able to rise back up again to over $1,000. I'll tell you about that in a second. Also, the African Marijuana Gold Mine, Richmond O'Soul meets Wall Street, and the largest indoor and outdoor marijuana farms in the world. As you know, I've been studying this. I do a lot of writing on marijuana industry. The Marijuana Farm series right here, Marijuana Farm series on Amazon.com. And this is the Cannabis Education series, 2 series. Cannabis Education series on Amazon.com also. Or you can just look under Mickey D, Amazon.com under Mickey D. Also, I'm going to tell you about that, those companies also, those three qualities those companies had. My friends, I don't want you to get discouraged. We're going through a time period where the stocks are going down. This is not my first rodeo, my friends. Just want to show you something for a second. I'm also going to tell you about marijuana today, vanadium and uranium tomorrow, companies you can get in and you can get in early and we can make a move on those companies. But I'm going to give you a simple lesson here from the .com area. But I just want to tell you real quick. I want you to see this. I was doing some research, looking around. You know, you got a lot of stuff. Sometimes you got to throw things away before you go on vacation or do what you want to do, and you're cleaning up a room or something, maybe your office or something. You clean up, you're pulling things out. You know, I pulled out a my trading log from April 10th, 2017. One of my accounts, and I let me preface this. There was a friend, we were arguing about marijuana sector. This is in 2017. We argued 2016. But he was saying that the marijuana sector is going to decimate our community, man. It's not good, you know. It's going to do this, going to do that, and it's not really something good. Mickey D, you really shouldn't support that, man. That's not good. So I said, man, this is going to be better. You looked at the pros and cons, and it's going to be better for us than the negative is against CBD and the research and stuff that's being done with cannabis. But I just want to show you my log real quick. April 10th, 2017, $17.96. That was the amount of money I had in there. And then I went with this mix, MJ Stock Mix run starts. It started September 1st is when this run started of 2017. And you guys can look at the logs and your own logs and look at what was going on. I started trading like a madman. I started trading, and you know, the plus minus days. Some days I was up, you know, up $50, $70. Some days $200. Some days I was up here $400. You know, as time went on, and I was up here $800, $860, and up here $1,000. You know, as time went on, I was up these days, and I was just trading. I was doing a lot of trading like a madman. And marijuana stocks. I was around Christmas. This happened, that. I was 1 month. This is down day. This is 1 month. This is 4,500. Yeah, I started trading like a madman. But the bottom line is, my friends, At the end of about, I guess about 9 months or so, that account, with only adding about $500, I added about $500 a one-time shot in there. That account was like $56,000, my friends. So it went from there to like about $56,000. So if anybody tells you can't make any money in marijuana stocks, I beg to differ. You see my trading log right there, and I was just, you know, boom, boom. That's an old trading log. My new stuff, ups and downs, ups and downs. And I don't like to do a lot of videos where, you know, the market is down and the market is up. The market goes up, market goes down. You guys know that, my friends. But my friends, I'm not talking about Amazon when I'm talking about the .coms when I was trading back in the day. I'm not talking about eBay, you know, the only, remember auctionweb.com, eBay? Remember when they acquired rent.com, they were going to get into real estate and all that stuff? You know, they did, and everything worked out well for them. But I want to tell you something about a company that I traded a little bit in. It's called Priceline. Now, it's Booking Holdings right now. You guys know it as Booking Holdings, BKNG. Still up about $1,700, $1,800. But Priceline, my friends, Priceline went up to like over $1,000. And Priceline came back down to, what is that, $6, $7 or so? But Priceline had, and some of the other stocks also, but they had three things that I want you to think about as we are early in the marijuana stocks. Three things that I want you to think about. And Priceline had revenue. So they had money coming in. They were, you know, you could buy your airline tickets and that type of thing, your trips and what have you, you know. So they had revenue coming in. They had a small profit also. And they had a big board listing, NASDAQ listing. I believe at the time, NASDAQ listing. So those were three things: revenue, small profit, and the board. That's what I want to concentrate on in the future with our marijuana stocks, my friends. They either have to have the ability to get on a big board later on, they have to be making money, and there are only a handful right now that are making a little profit. So as we go on into this marijuana renaissance, marijuana boom, cannabis, take over the world, whatever you want to call it, concentrate on those little companies that have revenue, that have small profit, and they're listed on the big board. I want to congratulate people like Sean Griffin. You know, IIPR, International Innovative Industrial Properties, we've been riding that for a while here. And like I said before, I want to see it go 169, 189 or so, and then split, and then do it again next year. Go back up and do it again next year. My friends, I say that to say these little companies right now that I was trading here, showing you the amount. I was making this money on those little companies that showed the ability to, hey, we could one day make a lot of money. Okay, now we're making a little revenue right now. Okay, we're making a small profit right now. Okay, we're going to be listed on the NASDAQ. We're going to be listed on the Amex. We're going to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We're going to be listed somewhere big on one of the big revenue. Because see, my friends, when the big money, I'm talking about institutional money. I'm talking about funds. I'm talking about mutual funds. I'm talking about everybody wants a piece of the cannabis industry. It is really a no-brainer, my friends. People want some of this marijuana industry. It's so easy to see that it's going to make a lot of money. Now, when I was trading the .coms and you just put .com on the end of your name, there was no revenue. And of course, the companies went to 100, but they went back down to zero, my friends. Zero. The majority of them. And the majority of these cannabis companies, 95% of them, they're not making a nickel, my friends. Okay? They're not making that small profit that we want to see. They're not making those big revenues that we want to see. There's no way that stock is going to be in the be listed on the big board. There were companies out there just a little while back. We're just talking, and I really don't really want to frown on anybody's company or anything, but there was a company out of Canada, Namaste. You guys know what I'm talking about. They were under $1 and they were applying for the NASDAQ. You know, earnings were profits. No, this thing, when they put stuff out there and they don't even qualify and they try and put something out there that they're going to this market or that market, just pump your brakes on that, my friend. Pump your brakes on that, because there's no way they're going to even qualify for nothing even close to that, okay? No market they're going to qualify for. Nobody's going to have them as part of their market, my friends. So I say that to say revenue, small profit, big board listing. If they're going in that direction, or if you can see somehow, some companies are there right now. I did a video just a while back, the profitable marijuana companies. A couple of those companies are on, especially the last one I mentioned in that video, they're on a major exchange. And a couple of the others are on major exchanges. Sure, the big wigs right now are, our Canopy and our Aurora. You know, these are what people would call can't miss companies. Well, I'm going to go on record right now and tell you they can miss. Do I expect them to miss? Heck, no. Those companies are going to do well, man. In fact, next to IIPR, Innovative Industrial Properties, next to that being my #1 retirement marijuana stock, I would say Canopy behind that, behind IIPR, is going to be probably the next company that, I called IIPR going to 100. I did a video on it. But I think Canopy will be in the top probably 5 that will go to 100. Now, we don't count GW Pharma because it was a pharmaceutical company here in America. And it was, we don't really count that as a mirror. But, a lot of people, it's part of their index and all that. And it's a great company. Don't get it twisted. GW Pharma is a great company. It's a leader out there. It's a leader out there. So it's going to do well. But I'm talking about kind of pure marijuana companies as we know them, kind of pure marijuana companies. And you look at companies like that we've made a lot of money on, because let's face it, we picked up Canopy when it's under $3 and we rode it up to over 50. And Aurora the same way. We've done exceptionally well. Under 50 cents, and we've rode it up to over $10, $12 or so USD. So we've done exceptionally well with those companies. But as we go into the new wave of companies, just like I'm just, my friends, excuse me for just equating this with the only experience that I have trading in markets like this, which was the .coms. And I know a lot of you weren't around and a lot of you weren't trading during the .coms. I was. So the experience I have with trading these companies, I'm trying to rub it off on my subscribers. Now, those subscribers do this, those subscribers do that. My subscriber, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe right now if you like what you're hearing and you want to get in on this marijuana boom. See, my friends, sure, Priceline went down. It was after 9/11, it went down. But it had revenue, my friends. It had a small profit. And it had that big board action. So there are mutual fund managers, there are money managers, there are hedge funds that really won't touch a 50-cent stock that hasn't, there's no sign of it going to any big board or anything like that. They won't touch that. But there are companies out there that we like that aren't on exchanges right now that should be applying for exchanges here soon. So they have the revenue, they have a small profit, they just haven't been able to. And they're all waiting for some sort of legislation in America. Now, if we get some sort of legislation, everything is going to be fine, my friends. Everything is going to be fine if we get some sort of legislation. Now, with that spirit, speaking of legislation, let me go on here for a second. Marijuana today, vanadium and uranium tomorrow. I recently saw my stocks listed in here. This is a mini book, my friends. This is a mini book. I list companies here that will be able to take advantage when Donald Trump signs Petition 232, as we segue here to uranium into this book. There are companies out there, and there's just a handful of companies, my friends, that are producing right now. As you know, because you've been listening to The Scoop, you know it takes years and years. It could take 15 years, 10 years, 12 years to get a uranium mine up and producing. It takes years, my friends. So there's only a handful of companies that are there now, and there's only a handful of companies that will be there in the next 5 years or so, my friends. Now, I'm saying that because you're going to hear a lot of companies are going to spring up here. We do this, we do that, we do this, we do. My friends, because you've been listening to The Scoop you are in position to benefit. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity because there'll be no other Donald Trump, hopefully, maybe not, that will sign a petition that will do something like this, and he doesn't have to go through Congress to get it done. That's why I'm saying this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for him too, and that's what he likes doing. He likes making a difference, and he will definitely make a difference when he has some sort of quota system for production of minerals and production of those crucial elements out there that we need, America need. Let's face it, with upwards of 22-25% of our electricity coming from uranium, the lights aren't going to go off in America, and he's going to make sure that, and we're not going to be begging other countries for different resources, and he's going to make sure of that. So my friends, I'm just asking you, if you want to pay $12,000 and you want to go somewhere and have somebody tell you the same stocks that I'm going to give you in my, pay $10. Save yourself some money, my friends. And the paperback book has these. The ebook has a few things in there, but the paperback book is the better of the two books. I had one of the subscribers ask, well, which book should I get right now, and the timing and all that. We're on the verge of something big. I'd advise you to get this book as soon as you can, my friends, because yes, marijuana today, we've done exceptionally well. We expect to do well in the future, but your uranium and vanadium right now are center stage, my friends. And the President of the United States, we believe that he's going to sign 232, and he's going to make this happen. And some of our stocks now that are under $1, I'll just go on record right now and tell you that there's a stock definitely that I believe in. My phone, talk to this, I won't go too far. I mean, some of you guys have CEO telephone numbers and cell numbers in your phone also. Well, hey, you know, it's not a big thing. They're not going to tell you anything anyway, other than, you know, what's going on and the clarify a press release. When a press release comes out and I get on the phone with the CEO, I just want a clarification. That way I can get back to my Scoop subscribers. But I do have, you know, I don't want the SEC come knocking on my door or anything. But my friends, this is going to be big. Now, it may not be big initially. Of course, Wall Street sells off on the news, and some of these stocks are up 20, 30, 40% already. So when Donald Trump signs his Petition 232, of course there might be a sell-off. That's Wall Street, you know. But ultimately, those companies stand to make a lot of money. So this mini book's only 10, 11 bucks. So if you want to go out and pay $2,000 for a seminar where they're going to pay $12,000 for someone's course, go ahead. Be my guest. I am not going to stop you. This is America. It's capitalism. Now, you know, we've studied this for years. This is nothing new. I've been at seminars and talked to guys that were in 2007. Sure, I made a little money. What was 2007, 2008, when uranium went up from what, $12, $15, what have you, to 140 in a short period of time. Yeah, I was in there, but I didn't take advantage of it like I should have, and that's why that mistake I made. That's why I'm coming to you guys now, and I'm telling you this is an opportunity for you. It may be the opportunity of your trading life. If you weren't able to get Canopy and Aurora and all these things at $1 and 50 cents and 25 cents and all that kind of stuff, those stocks right now are here because people don't believe it. First of all, they don't believe that he's going to sign 232. People don't believe it. They don't. Wall Street, because you have New York Stock Exchange companies that are trading for under $1. You have companies that are on the American stock. You have my friends, get your copy. Get your copy. It's only $10. Get your copy. I'm telling you right now. We're within 30, maybe 45 days or so of Donald Trump making a decision. If the lights go out in America, it'll be shame on Donald Trump. If we can't get the supplies we need, it'll be on Donald Trump's watch. If he has to beg, if he has to have an overnight meeting and go to China and beg the China, or if he has to have another one of those secret meetings with Putin and he has to beg Putin for uranium, shame on Donald Trump. The President of the United States is not going to let that happen. You may disagree with his politics, but I'll tell you, this is one thing where I know the Trumpster, the Donald as they call him, is going to come up big and he's going to make this happen. There's no way that Donald Trump is going to beg the Russians. He's not going to beg anybody. You see how tough he was on he's tough on Mexico. He's tough on everybody. And I know this. See, because when I sold real estate in California, I sold real estate for over 20 years. I dealt with some of his people. And, you know, these people are kind of, they're different, as we can say. They're different. Some people think that if they're, well, I wouldn't say they're privileged or, let's not use the word privilege. Let's just say that he ain't begging nobody for nothing. He ain't begging you for nothing, Russia. He ain't begging for nothing. So that's where you stand on there, my friends. So that's the big take out of this. Grab your copy, my friends. You won't be disappointed. That may be the best $10 investment you've ever made in your trading career, my friends. So with that said, that marijuana today, vanadium, uranium tomorrow. Companies you can get into, hold, and grow rich with those companies, my friends. That's the bottom line. With that said, thank you. God bless you. I'll leave some links for you to the books. The t-shirts are out. I'll leave some links to the t-shirts. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe. Give me a like. Give me a comment. What are your favorite? What are the marijuana stocks right now that are on the exchange that you think for the long run are going to survive? What marijuana stock is going to be your price line, my friends? What marijuana stock right now is going to go way up, is going to come down, but they have revenues and they have a small profit and they're listed, can survive a big downturn in marijuana stocks, which I don't think is going to happen. I'm talking about a major downturn like the dot-coms. Who's going to survive? Acquisitions, mergers, companies partnering. Who's going to survive? Thank you. Have a great day. God bless you and your family. Take care.